What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Today, guys, I'm back with another video regarding one of our favorite subjects, our personalities, rather, Dr. Umar Johnson. And again, I like Dr. Umar Johnson's commentary. Usually, again, I'm also a pro-black, so a lot of the things that he teaches, I will agree with because I think he's intelligent. He's a very good African American intellectual, and there's this particular channel called King Kong Consciousness. Check them out. And there's a video. It's called Dr. Umar Johnson Answers What is High Value Man and Talks Black Woman. And in this particular clip, he talks about that he doesn't like the terminology of high value man and high value black woman. And when somebody comes out and says they don't like that terminology, we all know who we're talking about. We're talking about Kevin Samuels. All right. That's who we're talking about. So this is an indirect sort of shot at Kevin Samuels, but at least it was done in an intellectual perspective, right? So the way he tried to come about it was through, some form of proof, which I don't think that he got accomplished, but we'll talk about it. So Umar Johnson says that this high value ideology is built off a European construct, more or less a capitalistic construct, right? So a man is more high value based on what he has or what he has earned, okay? And a woman is based more on high value in the European construct based off of what she looks like in her youthfulness. Umar Johnson tries to counter that by saying that this is what whites believe. This is not what blacks believe, okay? And I want you guys to be kind of careful in the pro-black and Pan-African communities, because you have these socialist Pan-Africans, all right? Like Dr. Umar Johnson. And it's, most of the guys who do that are corrupt, but I'll just say that. But the whole idea, like Kwame Nkrumah and a lot of other blacks, tried that. Lumumba tried socialism in the Congo. It doesn't work. And this kind of whole idea that Africa, everybody's equal, is not an African thing. Capitalism started in Africa. All right. And I want Dr. Umar Johnson to do his research, because he tried to make Africa as if Africa's one big whole place. It's not. And now that's been refuted by George Ayete, PhD, who wrote a really good book talking about how socialism ruined Africa. Okay, the markets and the free market trade started in like African empires all across. There are some places that might have some socialism depending on where you are, but a lot of the free market trade happened in Ghanaian markets before they became the Ghana Empire markets, Zimbabwean Empire markets. Okay, the black world has been dealing with capitalistic identity for a long time. That is why still today in Africa, he who has the most cattle is more valuable. It's always been like that. He who has the most gold is more of a Mansa Musa. Anybody? Who was the richest person in the world still ever? So what is this whole BS? What's the motive that Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to make it like, well, we are all equal. The homeless person in African culture is equal to it's not. The reason why Umar Johnson is trying to say that, because indirectly what he's saying is that, well, you shouldn't, as black men, you should accept anything. Because if we're able to make socialism in the black dating world, you can push the whole, okay, you're a single mother, so you have 5 kids, I should be able to treat you the same way as a woman who don't got kids. Okay? You are just as high value as me, although you don't work, and I make $1 million a year and I work my ass off every day. That bullshit's not gonna fly. It's not. And this kind of whole idea of we are all the same, this kind of communistic perspective, you know, that some of these pro-blacks are trying to push in the black dating world. It's number one, it's not African. Because Africa's 54 countries. It's huge. Some socialism does exist in any community. But the free market, that the person who's the most beautiful looks good, okay? The guy who has the most money, women are going to want to be with him. No woman's going to say, well, you know what? You're equal. You're the homeless guy. I want to date you and have my children with you because you're as equal as the guy over there who has 3,000 cattle. It doesn't work, okay? It's complete BS. Now, he tries to say that the Europeans, the reason why women are trying to get booty shots and damaging their body right now is based on the high value concept. It's a European construct. It's also not true. Women are doing that. Some women are doing that because that's what they want to do. Okay? That has nothing to do with getting with a high value guy. It has something to do with the fact that, okay, I want to look like this. I think it looks good on me. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead and go underneath the knife. That's just them. They can blame nobody but themselves. Okay? But the real reason that Umar Johnson keeps kind of coming after the high value concept is that, you know, the black community, I mean, how dare the black community have standards? Okay? How dare it? Like, if you're an African American man, how dare you have standards for what you want? How dare you nullify those who don't have what you want? Okay? And then make people compete for you. All right? Like, let's think about this. Let's use that in Umar Johnson's own perspective. If the people, Umar, who do not donate to your schools, are they as valuable as the ones who don't donate? I mean, they're just as equal, right? If we want to use that particular logic, then why do you go out and say, for if you don't donate to me, I won't help your kids. If you don't do this, why? Because what? You see it all the time. Capitalism wins, right? Everybody needs an incentive. And we got to start listening to people when they don't, in certain aspects. And I do like Umar Johnson, what he teaches to a certain degree. But this kind of whole thing, like you're trying to push the whole communism, socialism perspective and try to back it up with the African mindset. It's not the African mindset. African culture is not based on socialist ideas all the time. Sure, there is a whole kind of culture of, you know, you do things for the community, right? The society benefits. That's any culture. But the free market capitalism thing is an African thing if it's not anything else. Okay? That whole bargaining at the marketplace, that's not even, okay, if you go to Africa, you want to know like how to do things in the market. There's not even a set price. Everything is a bargaining. That's not what the whites taught. So the white version of capitalism is, hey, you have a set price on many things. Africa is you negotiate. Anybody been to Africa? But that's how it's been for centuries. It's the art of the deal in Africa. That's where it started from. You negotiate everything. Bride price, fruits, vegetables, goats. So the thing about it is that, you know, why don't these women have to negotiate for the high value black men that they want? They're supposed to be socialists and get what they want. We know who Umar is trying to get to. But Umar, that's not going to work, bro. Because you don't even practice that. It's not an ad hominem. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. With your argument, that's something that you don't even do. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you and all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check the first comment at the top. And as you do, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.